Drunkard Amber got leaked via Jason Momoa's video footage. Jason Momoa and Amber Heard have created a special bond since they worked together in the Aquaman series. In many of their interviews, it was clear that the pair were comfortable with each other. It seemed that they were the best of friends. Now the question is, can Jason do something to put his friend Amber in a bad light? It was speculated that it was Jason who leaked a video of Amber being drunk on set. Did Jason really do this? What was the reason behind this behavior? Jason and Amber's friendship started on the set of Justice League way back in 2017. The bond they formed just got stronger when they played love interests in Aquaman, Jason as Aquaman and Amber as Mera, the Queen of the Sea. Many people started to notice their friendly displays on set. They loved to joke around with each other and have silly spats. In Amber's appearance on Good Morning America in December 2018, she described her relationship with Jason. She said, "I love Jason. We had so much fun together, but he's allergic to being ignored. And I'm a bookworm who loves to read. He adopted this method of ripping out the pages of my book so I would pay attention to him. It would drive me crazy because I'd have 30 pages left and it would be gone." With the kind of closeness they have, why would Jason release an embarrassing video of Amber? Was he being playful or was it more like revenge? There were rumors that Amber was dating Jason, and she was the reason why Jason and Lisa Bonet had called it quits. Jason and his partner of 16 years, Lisa, had gone their separate ways. Earlier this year, the ex-couple announced their breakup in a joint statement. It read, "We've all felt the squeeze and changes of these transformational times. A revolution is unfolding, and our family is no exception. And so we share our family news that we are parting ways in marriage. We share this not because we think it's newsworthy, but so that as we go about our lives, we may do so with dignity and honesty. The love between us carries on, evolving in the ways it wishes to be known and lived. We free each other to be who we are learning to become. Our devotion unwavering to the sacred life in our children. Teaching our children what's possible. Living the prayer may love prevail. JNL." Many fans were shocked by this announcement. They put the blame entirely on Amber, so it was not a surprise anymore that Amber turned to alcohol as a way to escape all the criticisms. It looked like Amber had resorted to drinking as a way to calm herself or just to make herself happy. There were several instances where Amber appeared to be drunk. In one interview where Amber was having second thoughts about accepting her role in Aquaman, fans quickly noticed that she and Jason were somewhat getting cozy with each other. They were both throwing compliments at each other. This was not a bad thing since they needed to project a likable image for the fans to watch the movie, but what bothered many people was the level of comfort they had for each other. Amber was not only chill as she answered the questions, she seemed beyond playful. People believed that she behaved like she had been drinking. The way she smiled when Jason complimented her and just her overall body language was clearly indications that she was drunk. People would just brush it off as her way to calm her nerves, but in another interview with adorable grandma for Cosmopolitan, there was something different about Amber. She was greatly pleased with the way Jason was toying with her. Jason kept looking at her and into the camera as if he knew she was drinking. Jason probably carried the entire interview because she might say something inappropriate. Now, people were a little surprised when Amber said that she was happy that she was not partially naked, unlike her male co-stars. This is something you don't say to your co-worker if you're sober. Whatever interview she was in, Amber must be professional and respectful to everyone, and this includes her co-actor. This was what set people off when they listened to Jason and Amber. There was one instance in the interview when Amber seemed disoriented by the question and seemed to have forgotten she was in an interview. Many were now thinking that perhaps Amber was also drinking on the set of Aquaman. Was this her way to celebrate being happy? For such a big movie project, anyone would celebrate this momentous occasion, but apparently Amber had been making this a habit. In her interview with Conan O'Brien about her role as Mera, Amber did not make any sense at all with her words. She was stuttering all the way. She had trouble sitting up and was obviously in discomfort. She couldn't answer questions directly and had to ask Conan for clarification. Her interview was not a complicated math exam, it was pretty straightforward. Amber had been known to be very eloquent, but seeing her in that interview, it was easy to conclude that she took more than a few sips of alcohol. Fans were quite understanding of Amber because being interviewed for such a big movie was not easy at all. It was unprofessional of her, but they always give her a free pass because she's slowly making a name for herself in the industry. However, in her recent defamation trial filed against her by Johnny Depp, fans saw signs that she was under the influence again. Who in their right mind would attempt to do this inside a court of law? All eyes were on that trial and people were starting to hate Amber. This must have caused Amber to really feel the pressure and panic because she might lose everything if she misspoke. And we have established by now her way to overcome fear and nervousness was to drink, so naturally, she might have drunk a little to reduce her anxiety. In one instance, Amber was about to drink from her bottle when suddenly a man approached her and she stopped. If she really needed to drink water or juice from her bottle, she wouldn't have stopped. She was acting like she was hiding something. Now this was all speculation and nothing had come out to prove that she was indeed drinking in court. People hated Amber and perhaps this was their way to humiliate and smear her name even more. For all we know, she was just really drinking water and people were just overanalyzing everything she did to avenge Johnny. However, for those who were not on Amber's side, they presented a convincing case of her being constantly intoxicated. It was not hard to believe all these speculations because Amber was in the hot seat and was being criticized and lashed out at all over the internet. In order to cool herself in one of the most watched and talked about trials in history, Amber needed a pick-me-up. Though there was no hard evidence to prove she was drinking, people had looked closely at how she behaved and talked. There were several occasions when she would laugh while being questioned in court. Some people would conclude that she was just being a cold-hearted person who could not handle a serious conversation, but many believe that this was a clear sign that she was drunk. When she was explaining how Johnny asked her dad's permission to marry her, she initially laughed, but when she realized that everyone was all focused on her, she immediately started to cry. It was obvious that she was trying to mask her intention to laugh with her crying face. She didn't want to appear heartless. She needed to win people's sympathies, but people were not having any of her dramatic antics. They knew and Amber knew that she could not cry that easily. She had struggled with this part of acting. Her acting coach for years could easily tell the difference between Amber's real and fake tears. In a pre-recorded testimony played in Virginia court, Christina Sexton, Amber's acting coach, said that she was used to seeing Amber cry during their acting sessions because of her frequent fights with her ex-husband Johnny. It became easier for her to cry because she was experiencing unpleasant and painful moments in her life. Christina said in her deposition, as their relationship progressed and the fighting got heavier, I would have to build in time because she'd be sobbing at the beginning of sessions, and we couldn't work until we got her together. Sexton also added that she would right away tell if Amber was genuinely crying because, ironically, she has a little difficulty crying acting-wise. Was Amber trying to hide her drunkenness with her fake tears? Many people still believe that Amber was also drunk when she slipped up in her testimony about leaking to TMZ that she was filing a restraining order against Johnny in 2016. This specific video clip was shown in court among the defamation case. Camille Vasquez, one of Johnny's lawyers, asked her if she knew that the press would be there, and Amber straight away denied everything. She was also questioned when she sent a text message to Johnny's bodyguard in which she explained that she only did it to warn Johnny because she didn't want him to learn from someone else that she was filing a restraining order against him. Then, Camille played a video clip to show proof that Amber was again lying in court. Amber might have forgotten that she was the one who alerted TMZ because she was drunk. This is something that's hard to forget. This was a crucial moment in the trial because there was a telltale sign that she had a habit of lying. Perhaps this was her way to distract people from her real personality. She didn't want to be known as a drunken and lying celebrity. However, the kind of behavior that she displayed in the trial made people think that she was drinking alcohol before giving her testimony. Amber may have felt that this was the easiest route to take in order to manage the scrutiny and harshness of the trial. Although no one could prove this, fans love to speculate about this kind of thing because they do not like her, period. After the trial, everyone was closely watching Amber's next step. She was dropped from Aquaman, and a lot of Johnny's fans were saying that she deserved it. Could this be another reason for her to drink? Why was Jason not saying anything to protect Amber if they were really good friends? Why did he even release that video? Was this his way of showing support for Johnny instead of Amber? Let me know your thoughts about Amber and Jason's relationship in the comment section. Stay tuned for more videos about the latest happenings in Hollywood. Are you not entertained? If you are, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.